Hello everyone, welcome back to Legal Noggin. I'm Jeremy, and today we're going to talk a little bit more about why does my case take so long at the EEOC or at the administrative agency. A lot of states or jurisdictions have these types of administrative agencies, they call them, and there are requirements for you to exhaust your claims there at those agencies. And let me tell you, it really is exhausting. We've said this before. We're going to say it again. One of the things that a lot of people have been asking me about and that we're running into a lot in our legal profession and in our law office is we're wondering why it's taking so long to get our claims through the administrative agency. Well, let me explain what's happening. When you're filing this charge or this complaint, you then have to go through a lot of this bureaucratic mess, for lack of a better term, where you're dealing with getting information into the hands of a government worker who often is overtaxed, underpaid, and in some cases they just don't like their job, to be quite frank with you. And so what happens is this information gets to them and it may sit on their desk with 1, 2, even 300 other cases. The pandemic has just exploded the cases at these locations and these administrative agencies, so a lot of times your information is really not going to get through like it needs to. And so what I would encourage you to do, if at all possible, try your best to find an attorney, if you can, that will help you. Now, if you're still working, that's going to be very difficult because a lot of attorneys are just overwhelmed and they cannot take on cases with people who are actually still working. So they're dealing with a lot of people that have been terminated from their jobs. But if you're able to find an attorney that will assist you, you may have to pay them. I know you don't want to hear that, but there's no other way that they're going to get paid unless you pay and work with them, unless the attorney is just willing to help you on some kind of contingency. And that doesn't often happen if you're still working, because guess what? If you keep your job, how's the attorney going to get paid? Now, I will say this to you. There are statistics out there that tell us that up to 60 and sometimes 65% of employees who are still working that file a claim at the EEOC often are fired thereafter. So if you don't find someone to help you while you're still working, certainly if you're fired, make sure you try to seek out and find an attorney, because that would also be a retaliation claim, it looks like, depending on the circumstances and on the facts. Remember, this is always general information. It's not legal advice. We're trying to do the best we can to bring you as much information as we can about these things. But I wanted to make it clear to you that it's often not your attorney's fault if the information is not getting through the system as quickly as it should. And so you need to bear that in mind, that it's often the bureaucracy itself, and where it was supposed to really be helpful to you and work for you, often it's not the case that it's helping you. You'll find later that you get a right to sue letter or something like that. In fact, I just got a call the other day from an investigator that told me they really wanted to proceed with some of the claims, but they couldn't because there was a lot of politics and things going on in their department. I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, to be quite frank with you. I have my ideas about what it means, but I just think you need to know that it may take a while to get through the administrative agency, but once you're through there, you'll have a right to sue. Unfortunately, you'll have to sort of start all over again, but we will get you through those agencies and your attorney will do so. And if you don't have an attorney and you need to find someone, then you can go to your local bar association, or you could reach out to individuals in your jurisdiction, Google someone and try to find somebody to help you. I hope this has been helpful today to explain a little bit more about why things slow down and don't go as fast as they should at the administrative agencies. If you've enjoyed this video, we would ask you to like and subscribe, and we hope to see you again at Legal Noggin.